Hey y'all, it's Melissa at MessyMissy Creates. Before I start journaling in November, which I really need to do quickly, Allison's item of the month this month is Stickles. And I already know that I can't stickle each day. So, I mean, when I'm doing a video or working in my journal, like in my video, I might do 2 or 3 pages at one time. Whatever the last page is, I could probably add some stickles and leave it open and let it dry. But stickles take a couple hours to dry at least, so if not longer. So anyway, I thought the solution to that would be to pre-make some journaling spots or tags or things like that. So I have all my stickles. I got some new ones. And I added to my list. So these are the new. Well, let me get around this cord. Hold on. Okay. These are my new ones. I've got Sunburst, Cayenne, Wine Cellar, Aubergine, which is a purple. I don't know if I pronounce that right. Beach Cruiser, Mountain Lake, which is a teal, and Graphite, which I didn't necessarily need the Graphite, but because I did get the gunmetal to work, and I already had silver, so, but I bought a set of them because they were cheaper that way. So anyway, that was the closest set. I needed the purple, and I think I can use the Cayenne, and I mean, I could use the Wine Cellar at Christmas, and the Beach Cruiser is green. You know, I can use those at Christmas too, but anyway, so I got those, so I wanted to show you that. Those came in the other day. And I also got, which we may use in this video or we may not. I told you I was waiting on something to come in the mail. And so I got new fall washi. I did not have a lot of fall washi. I already opened it and tried this one out and I made it unsticky. So anyway, there's sweaters on them, y'all. And my theme for November is kind of sweater weather. And though it's got kind of that burgundy or that, I keep thinking it's burgundy, but it's more of a plum or purple color. But anyway, this is just kind of dark brown with pumpkins. This is kind of a bronzy brown with white pumpkins. Here's some more multicolored pumpkins. Here's another orange with little pumpkins. Here is a bluish grid, like a duck egg blue grid with leaves, which I do have the duck egg blue. And this just has a small print pattern that will match most everything. This is kind of a, whatever that bronzy color is, I don't know that I'm calling it the right color. It's not, it's a reddish brown, and it's a grid. And then this is orange, and it says, thankful, grateful, blessed. And then this is the same thing in that kind of reddish brown color, that coppery color. Anyway, so I'm going to stick these to my side because we might use those. Sometimes I use washi on my, what do you call them? Journaling spots. But anyway, my niece and I worked in my craft room. I didn't get a video out yesterday because, or yes, I did. I did a, magazine haul. I forgot. But we worked, I did that before she came over, and we worked in the craft room, and we got my craft room a little bit more organized. So we got in the closet and dug out what I didn't need. And anyway, so it feels so much better in here. I know you can't see it, but it just feels so freeing. Anyway, so here's my stickles. Those will be the last things I put on. But I've got little bits of my graph paper, and some of it's dyed, some of it's not. Some of this is, these are little cards. And I thought about making like little small writing spots or journaling spots or tags out of them. I considered dyeing the envelopes, but I don't know. Anyway, I also have my journaling spots that are in my printables for this month. These are my sweater weather printables that I'm using for November. They're in my Etsy shop if you still want to grab them. So I thought that I could even stickle some of these. I don't know. I don't want to put a colored stickle over the leaves because if you can see, the leaves have a good bit of detail to them. And then there's the little turkey. Now I could do like the yellow on the turkey here. That might be fun. Just on the yellow feathers. And I don't really have an orange, but I do have clears. I have several clears that'll just leave a glittery glistening on them, and so that's probably what I'm going to do on the leaves, but I'm going to save that for later or do that on my own, because you can do that too. I mean, that you already know how to do, and probably what I'm doing now you already know how to do, because I've done many videos on this. I also got out some other mica sprays that I thought might match. This is, oh shoot, I didn't bring them in here. Oh, I wrote on the back, Phantom Mist. But it's kind of a silver, but it's also like a bluish silver. So I thought it would match that blue right here in this paper color. And then I have, this is Crooked Broomstick and Fallen Acorn, which are just browns. This is Tree Lot, which is a green, kind of a Christmas green. This is a bronze. I forgot to, it's something mold cider, I think. I forgot to write on the front of it. Y'all, I took a heat gun to those, and I think they're still not dry. I think they're still tacky. This is Tart Cranberry, which is more of a reddish bronze. And then this is Tree Lot. Did I already do Specimen? Yeah, I guess so. Must have. All right, anyway, so I thought I might use some of that on my... I'm not doing clusters. I still have clusters on the brain. I'm not doing clusters, but I am doing, I do embellish my journaling spots. So I have that. I don't have orange in my journal this month, believe it or not, because it's November. But I have, these are some of that tartan plaid, the digital kit that I bought. That's out of the paper pack. But anyway, I have these, and I thought I would cut some of these down. And I discovered that this green matches a whole lot better. It's a dark teal green. It's a bluish green. I think will match, and I wish I'd have used it in, yep. It's going to match this paper pad a whole lot better than the green that I used. Look at that. That's going to be amazing. So I'm going to use a bunch of that. Let me pull that one out now. I want to make sure to save this bottom corner, because I wrote what number. They have there was like 56 numbers, and they are, or 56 colors, and they're numbered. They're not named, they're numbered. So this is what the journal came out looking like. I got it sewn in. I still have not dealt with the fact that I don't like, right now I can see more of this fabric than I wanted to. But I think as the journal chunks out, you won't be able to see that much. But I wanted to get some journaling spots ready, or something that I can put on the page that has stickles on it. Because either that, or I'm just going to be doing a bunch of one-page videos. And I do like to get at least two pages done in a video. Unless it's like a special occasion, like it took me all video to do the Halloween one. But, so, like, see that green? I really wish I had used that instead of, somewhere back here I used the green. Well, it's in there somewhere. But that's not what we're here. See, I used that green, and that, I didn't even see that. That would match better. But anyway, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's what we're working on today. And I am going to choose some of these colors, or the pages out of this book. Like, I don't use the foil as pages in my book because I don't write on those. I mean, it's hard to write on foil. But I could use them as the base of my, well, look at that. I just knocked over all that washi. I need a little container to put them in. Let me put them in with this stuff right here. And that way everything's in one basket that I'm using. So I'm going to take out a couple of these pages that I didn't use for the journal. And maybe even some that I did. Like that one is very pink. I don't know. I mean, obviously it must match the I'm just not seeing, this is a real berry color too. And I don't see that berry color. I know it's called berry tapestry, but I'm not seeing that color in the rest of the paper pad. So I'm a little hesitant to use it. And just like that one just seems very random. Maybe, no, that doesn't even match. So I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I can always use wood grain. Wood grain's good for everything. I did use it. I didn't use this one, but I have that one, so I don't have to take this out. And then I can cut these apart. Let's tear this out. And all right, I'm done with the paper pad for a minute. So let me put that, find a place to put it. My glue stick right there. I like to make these about, see, like this part of the journaling card, this is like the writable part. And it is about 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3.5 by 2 3/4. So about 3.5 by 2.5, or 3 by 2, or 3 by 4, or something like that. So what I want to do, I already have a bunch of strips that were pieces from the journal. And they're double-sided, so that way I can use either side. Now, usually I make these into pockets. That one is a little shorter because that was the inside of the book, I think. But anyway, I can use these because they're already cut up. Let me see that one little, I'm thinking they're a little small. I don't want to use the print so much. See, they're a little small for that one, although I could use it. Oh, I also have some stickers and stuff that, along with washi, so that I can use. I know I'm all over the place, but I just got to get my brain working this morning. So I think I want 4-inch strips is what I'm trying to say. These are 3-inch strips, and they make great pockets. They just make very small journaling spots. So I have plenty of paper to cut down. So let's get to doing that. And I don't need the arm out. Let me run that up there. I want to start with this green because these are single-sided. So you can tip them in or you can just glue them down, whichever. This is a cardstock. It's not a heavyweight cardstock. I need to get this. I have this box of all my stuff on it. I need to get that out of my way. I've got my dyed paper, my grid paper for this month and for last month, just in case we see that matches anything. And I think this light yellow, well, that's copy dyed, my bad. I think this light yellow might work on some of them, and then the purple and whatnot. But for right now, I'm just making 4-inch strips. And then I'm going to cut them down. Darn it, I lost, there it's right here. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. So if I cut it, if I make these 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be okay. I know you can't see. I still can't find my metal ruler. And let's see, I've got my plastic one on. Wait a minute. No, okay. Even on all the cleaning, I didn't find my metal ruler. Oh, guess what I did find, though? I found the leaf punch that I caused the avalanche of my craft shelves. I found the leaf punch that I've been missing this whole time. Okay, so 4 would bring me right here, and that would give me 3 of these. So I think I'm going to do that. Just do them, this batch, I'll just do square 4 by 4. And that gives me 3 of them to play with for this color. So I think that will work. And then I can, if I want more, I can always cut another 4-inch strip. And then some of them I could make 4x5 or 3x4, whatever. But let's start with this. And I already have that one cut, but let us see if any of this dyed paper matches. I don't know how the gold might look okay on it. This is what I had planned on doing, was putting, I think it will. Okay, I think I put my cutter up a little prematurely. So what did I say this was? 3 by 3.5 by 2 3/4. So 3.5. I could even do them 3. And that would give us more room to embellish. So let me do that. Let me cut a couple of these and see. Let me cut this side off that had the torn edge. I want to cut that rounded part off anyway. Let's see. I think I'm going to countersink that so I don't rip that page that even more. But see, I can use that as even just a small little writing space. But now I want 4 inches on this side that's not, no, I'm sorry. I don't want 4 inches. I want, crud, 3.5. Yeah, I want 3.5 inch strips. Or a 3.5 inch strip. Okay, so we have the gold that we used. And then I want these 2 3/4. They don't have to be, they can be whatever you want them to be. But I'm just trying to do them proportional to the size of the squares that I cut originally. And 2 3/4. I could even knock it down to 2.5 if I wanted. But let's stick with what we know works. Okay, and then that gives me this little, I got wonky somewhere along the way. Doesn't surprise me, but I did. So let's see how this is going to look. I kind of like it. I want to see if it's going to look good in the journal. I mean, like on, this has the green in it, but it doesn't, well, the gold is in the, yeah, I'm going to do some with the gold, some with the, I mean, like that one, I can do a different color and do purple. I don't know. That doesn't look too bad. I don't know. I don't like the tartan on the, I don't like the plaid on the plaid. But see, like right here, that would make a good flip. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to see what the gold on the green was going to look like. So we'll do 1 or 2 with the gold, and then I'll do one with the white, and then we'll embellish them. And yeah, I see where I went off the rails here. So baby story. Okay, y'all gotta have this update. This, my little great niece, baby M, she, my niece was over here yesterday. My sister had told me about this, but my niece actually showed me the video while she was here. Oh my goodness. They took this baby to the fair. The fair was in town it's gone now, I think, but it always comes the end of October. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Putting grit on plaid really tells on you if it's not straight. Or because I cut it kind of crooked, but we can use some washi to cover. I want to pull out, I've got some stickers here. And then obviously we're going to end with Stickles. That's going to be the last thing we put on them. I've got these stickers and these stickers. I've got more fall stickers, but somewhere. I just pulled these 2 sticker books out. Let's see. Oh, the sweater weather looks good with that. I also like to outline them in a, I don't have that green. I have a teal and I have a gold. I also have, oh wait, I have like a maroon. I do not have a purple. I have a brown, but I think these three colors are in that pack somewhere. I do believe. I do believe. Anyway, so she showed me this video. Yes, these colors are definitely in here. So, the baby, she was holding the baby, and they were at a concert. They had like a live band, live music at the fair, and she was holding the baby, and she's got hands in the air, and she's singing just as loud as she can. And oh my goodness, she was so cute. And I just couldn't stop watching it. She was just so precious. So all I do is outline this just to give it A, some more decoration, and B, some more color. I did say that I wanted, wait a minute. I like the sweater weather, but I also like, it's fall, y'all, and I like this house. That I might put on the pink paper, though. Look at the bicycle and the door, the welcome. Oh, how cute. And then the little, okay, this color is definitely gonna, this sticker book is definitely gonna match. I'm almost, hey there, pumpkin. There's a house. There's a door. Then this gets to Thanksgiving specific, which I will do, but okay, then we get into Christmas. And then you see there's Happy Thanksgiving and Life's Too Short, Eat Dessert First. It's fall, y'all. This is the sweater weather that I had initially, or that I had initially wanted. I think, okay, that doesn't look as good as I thought it was going to. But let us not dismay. We will figure this out. Let me check the status of some of this washi. So, for example, and I can still tell that's crooked. Like these sweaters would go, either of these, but that one's just got a white background. And there was one that I saw that said sweater weather, didn't I? I thought. Spice up your life. Hey there, pumpkin. I kind of like this Hey there, pumpkin. Oh, it's a clear sticker. Oh, darn. Are these all clear stickers? Okay, that other page wasn't. Darn it. Look at this one. Autumn's Treats. Which matches the gold. It's a clear sticker, so if I don't put it on this gold, you're not going to see this. How? Darn it. I do like that, though. What else do I want on it? Do I want a splash of any of this on here? No. Like, tear off a little piece? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to go with maybe some of this washi. Let me see if I find another one that has this has little pumpkins on it. This one definitely matches too. But I like the sweaters. So, normally what I'll do is I'll run the washi like across the top. Or I'll use ribbon, but I didn't dig out my ribbon yet. I mean, for this video, it's right here at my feet in a basket. But I don't have it ready to go. So, there's the sweaters. And then, I guess we'll use this one that says Autumn's Treats. And you just really can't see the gold. I mean, the house is gold, but the paper on the background is gold too. So, anyway, there's a journaling spot. Now comes the tricky part. Where do the stickles go? Oh man, I lost my, oh, there's little pieces of pumpkin pie. I lost my place in here. Okay, here we go. Family comes first. That's cool. And this is just one of the Hobby Lobby, the paper studio. It's not a happy planner or anything. But I didn't realize that was going to be a clear sticker. So that kind of threw me off, if you couldn't tell. So, I need to put, or I want to put some stickles on here. So, I think I'm going to use this cayenne. And I'm wondering how long this is going to take to dry on. I was thinking these little rooftop, or the little things over the windows. I could outline this whole thing in stickles, but I already did it in marker. And this is foiled, so I think the stickles will make sense right here. Oh, I should have done the left side and then did the right side. I just have to be careful not to stick my hand in the right side. Okay. There. So it's puffy. It's kind of like, you remember puffy paint? Except it's got glitter in it. And you don't have to heat it up. So there's the stickles on the window. Or the little the window dormers, I think that's what they're called. Now let me see if I can find a place to put them that I won't set something else on. And then of course I have these stickers too. But for now, these stickers seem like they're going to play nicely. So we're going to do another one of this color. And then I'm going to, dang, I'm already 26 minutes in. I talk too long. Why don't y'all tell me to hush? Y'all need to tell me to hush sometimes. Because I talk too long. But, because I really wanted to get a good bit of these done. I'm going to put this one up top. Like a little higher. I already did it. Okay. Because I can turn it. I want some this way that are long ways, like vertically. And then you put like a sticker over here. Let me close the glue stick. Now, I have not outlined them in marker, so I can outline that in stickles if I want. Let me see if I can find one. I'm tempted to use this. It's Fall Y'all, or the Welcome. Oh, that was the one that was sweater weather. That's right. The one that I didn't use. And here I go taking this one down. Yeah, because that sweater weather would have looked... Maybe I should do that too. And put the sweater... Like the sweater weather sticker right here. And then put the sweater paper. No. The sweater washi again. Maybe I will use this blue sweater washi. I can run it down the side and then put it sweater weather. Let me make sure. Nope, I didn't get it all the way to the end. I can always trim it. It's like I'm afraid to go over. You know what I'm saying? Like there's going to be some prize for getting it exactly right. When in fact you can just trim it or wrap it. I think we just had a wreck. Let me go check. Okay. I don't know what that was. It was a loud boom. Called my husband, who works about a half mile down the street. And he said, what was that boom? And I said, well, so you heard it too. Which means it probably wasn't a wreck out here in front of the house at the intersection, which is what I thought it was. But the other day we had one of these. It wasn't as loud of a boom, but it just rattled the house almost like a little tremor, like an earthquake tremor. And oh, I was gonna do this one this way. I forgot. Okay, well, we're doing this one this way apparently, because that was directionally. It mattered directionally, if that makes sense. Okay, but I'm putting the sweater weather on here. I can also put, there's this little strip right here. That might match too well. Let's see. No, you know what? I'll never get that back on there. What are you thinking? You're not thinking. Anyway, because I was going to stickle around it. Oh, I made a mess out of that sticker though. Okay. So I'm going to stickle around here this time. So I'm going to still use my cayenne. And let's see how this goes. So I'm going to stickle here. And across here. Let's see if I can do it kind of straight. And then here. So if you have sickles and you don't know how to use them, or don't know how to use them in the journal. I mean, because if you have them, you probably know how to use them. But if you're needing ideas and ways to use them in the journal, because to be honest with you, I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to use them in the journal. But anyway, that will be super pretty once it dries. I did a very, I'm sorry. I zoomed you in and then I'm holding you up here like you can see. So there we go with the stickles on that one. Okay. So let's try, this was the next one I was going to do, but let's try it. Let's move on to another color. Let's try another color for a second. And let me get, that says tidy up. It's in the pink that I wanted. Let me zoom you back out a little bit. I've got you zoomed in way too far. Okay, sorry. I tried to do that very slowly, so I didn't. This one just says happy fall, which it's been fall. I don't know. That one, I like the pink, but it says tidy up. I don't know. That one is purple and it says tidy up. Let's try. What other color did I want to use? I wanted to use this one, and I wanted to use the gold and the pink, but I definitely want to use, oh, I printed this one. I wanted to see, because I think this matches the pink in the journal, in the paper pack, and I numbered it. Yes, I did number it. Okay. And then I bet you I cut off the part that had the number on the page, didn't I? See, I was really struggling matching that, because it's a purpley pink, not a, well, I matched that. See, that doesn't match that. Oop. Let's see if it matches anything here. It really doesn't. So, I don't know. I was struggling with that. So, let's play with the gold. Let's stick with the gold and maroon, and this is not the color I've meant to grab. This is the color I meant to grab. And then this gold. And then I think I can use some of the light blue too. Obviously not all in this video. But I'm going to cut a 4-inch strip. We're going to stick with what we know, and I'm just going to cut a 4-inch strip. And I guess I'll hear on the news later what the boom was. I haven't heard any sirens, so that's, you know, a good sign, I guess. I'm doing these 4x4 for now. I may make some more later that are a little smaller or a little bit bigger, whichever. I'll play with that color, and then I'll do the gold. Although we've been kind of playing with gold. We haven't done this. Let's do the burgundy. Or this kind of wine color. And see how this goes. Okay. Oh, I gotta cut the little strips, don't I? anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the boom was, and somebody said the base was doing something off the coast, which could be, but I don't wish they'd include me in that. I wish they would tell us. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, ironically, I like that a lot. I like that blue with that gold. Ooh, I bet you I'd like the purple with that. Let's cut some purple. There was 2 of these purple pages that didn't print. They stuck together and they were lighter. They didn't print on the back. I keep putting my trimmer away as if I'm done with it. Let's try, let me cut this to right about here. I think I figured out how I got off on my, yeah, because I'm mushing it up against, I'm like pushing it up against the end of the trimmer. Okay, now I hear sirens. Unless a train derailed, I don't know. That is entirely possible, but because we do live right near a train track, but I didn't see smoke or anything. I looked out the back. What did I say I wanted these 3.5? I think. That's what I think, anyway. And then, let's see. 3.5, yeah, I remember the 2 3/4, but I couldn't remember the 3.5. Okay, so let's make a couple of these and see what we can pair this purple with. I'm sorry, eggplant that I dyed these papers. Y'all know I'm trying not to say purple, right? I know that those of you who know me do, that y'all have already called me out on it a couple times. It's purple. I know it's purple. What do we think of that? I know that I'm not going to like it on here. I am going to try one with this. Let's see if we can match it up with a sticker or something like that. I do like to use ribbon on these. I just didn't get the ribbon out. But let's leave, yeah, I want this one to be vertical though. So if I use washi, it can't be directional, or it has to be, you know, like up and down washi. You know, like this. So that leaves me more room for a sticker down here. And I can either stickle the sticker, or I can, let's see if we find a sticker that matches first. If not, I might have to break out some of my foil, my seals. The, what am I trying to say? The things that I cut out, the little wax seals. So I could go a different color, like, you know, this orange or whatever. Oh, this little candle's kind of cute. Autumn skies and pumpkin pies I want on this. Kind of like this green little ladder, although I really want this bicycle girl. What about this sweater? No. Is that gonna match? Oh, I like the sweater. Okay, but hold on a second. I need to wait. I'll get ahead of myself. Let me see if I'm gonna either use the marker around it, or if I'm going to use the stickles around it, or if I'm gonna put washi right here. So let's look and see I do with all the washi. So, like, this washi would match. It's kind of a grid on grid, though. Let me see what the other... I could use this. This has that blue in it, but it's not. It's a really tiny print, and it's white. So it won't... I think it will work well. Yeah, almost got that one right on the number there. So that allows us to put some orange or green or whatever on here. I think if we use this sweater though, which I do like, I'm wondering if I want to... I gotta have something around the border. It just drives me nuts not to have something. I think I'm going to stickle the sweater. Or should I stickle around the edges? I don't know. I wonder if I want this teal. How are y'all are y'all doing stickles? Or any... I'm looking for a scrap piece of paper out of my garbage can. There. Are y'all doing the stickled Allison's challenge? Not sure if I like that, but let's see how it turns up on the purple. If we don't like it, we can stickle over it. Oh man, those are wonky lines. I should have just done a wonky to begin with. Like on purpose wonky. Okay. But I still like it. It's still okay. It's not hurting anything yet. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to stickle though. I do still like... I kind of like this green candle on there. Is what my dilemma is. Or the Hey There Pumpkin. And save this one for one that is more like sweater, but I think this one matches really well, so let's just do it. Okay, so my options at this point to do stickles are to stickle over around the border, or I can do gold stickles where they have... Can you see the polka dot, the gold foil polka dots on the... Are we brave enough to try to do that? I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to use the stickles. I think I'm going to use the gold. I was going to use these little Nuvo drops. Where's my little spare piece of paper? I do not know. I'm going to try. Oh, see, because these make a little dot easier. You just do them up and they make like little bumps. Almost like a dipping dot or a... What am I trying to say? They make little dots better, like 3-dimensional dots. These are called Nuvo drops. I'm using them as stickles for this challenge because I can. Now, this one, there's some bronze dots too. So I'm doing the bronze. Now, I could have done purple stickles, but these Nuvo drops are in my stash already, and the idea is to use your stash. Yes, I did buy more, but I'm also using what's in my stash, which happens to be these Nuvo drops. Now, okay, I don't know if you can see that they're not glittery, they're pearlized, but they're gonna count in my journal as stickles, and I think that is too cute. Okay, so let me set that one up there. I'm running out of room to yeah, I'm running out of room quickly. I kind of want some orange, y'all, because it's still November and I want orange. I'm may do this one in, we did purple on that one, right? Let's do the gold and this blue together because I like that. And then we can use any of these stickers. But I want to use, I like this gold and blue together. And yeah, we did purple, right? On that last one. Yeah, that one was purple. So let's use the gold. And we're going to put this one, I can either put it up here and decorate the bottom. Yeah, let's do that. We haven't done that yet. Did I make that last one vertical? I think I did. I make a lot of them horizontal. The other thing is you can do them, I could do this one vertically and then save myself some room here to tip it in. Because these make great, you got journaling spot on the front and journaling spot, you got on the front and the back. Or you can just glue them in and then you don't have the thing. But so what I'm thinking is I'm going to put, let me smooth that down because I really boogered it up. I'm thinking I'm going to put the, if I use washi, or I have some gold trim. I could use that right here if I wanted to. If I put it here, then I can't tip it in right here. If I put this here, I can still tip it in and I can still, but what am I going to stickle? I don't know yet. So I was honestly thinking about using this vase with the blue and the yellow flower in it. But I could use the wagon with the little pumpkin in it. Let me see what the white, I want to look at the white stickers. These are not the right colors. I could use this plans for the season and put it down here. This is still crooked. I think I made it more crooked. I don't know if that's possible. Decorate the house. Turkey Day, tidy up. Here's just a, these are easy things to use. Let's do this. We're way past Labor Day. If I do this tidy up, I don't, there was another little boom. And I only heard one siren, so that was not, that would not have been enough sirens for the boom that I heard. Okay, I can put this across the bottom. Okay, and then now here's another siren. We do have a couple of plants, like a manufacturing plants. Not real close to me, but they're close enough. I am going to actually try to put that one right on the edge, so that perhaps I can use the little bit that I cut off. It's not much, but I might can find a little place for it somewhere. Okay, so I don't feel like I have to use washi now. And then I'm going to put this little bit right back in here. I'm taking way too much time for that. Okay. I kind of like this is just gold dots. Tempted to use this. I don't know what it is with the tidy up thing, but I kind of like it right there. Maybe one day we'll clean the house. This one says decorate the house, so perhaps I could put it down here. And this one would kind of be the purple and gold and you know, purple, gold, and this duck egg blue. Oh, that's crooked. Look at you. It's crooked day. Oh my goodness. And I can't pull it up because it's a sticker and it's on like... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, I can. Okay. Anyway, I do need to outline this, so I can outline it in the Stickles. I still think I want something else over here, like washi or something. Or when I go to tip it in, I just put it too far. I should have put the tidy up over here and this over here. Or I can add a turkey, or I can add... I don't want to add anything else down in this corner, though. I love that. I should have used that welcome door. I'm going to have to do another one of these in gold and use this welcome door. Happy autumn. Happy fall. Okay. You've already used all your stickers you're going to use. So, oh, I know what. I know what. Go back to this ribbon. And I can put this ribbon right here. And then that will be sufficient. And but I still have to use the Stickles. That's the whole idea of this, right? So, do I stickle? I think I'll put the ribbon here. Let me get out my 3-in-1 glue and put the ribbon here. Because otherwise I should have centered the writing spot. So I needed something else right here. Something decorative. Okay, and I'm going to do this with my paper scissors. And you know I'm going to fuss. Okay. I'll make a fuss. I'm not going to fuss. I'm going to make a fuss. Okay, so let's do some gold. No, we're going to do purple. Because these are a really dark purple. This is not a really dark purple. Where's my little... Here we go. I have my swatch. How's that going to end up looking? Let me see. Where's my little swatch of my purple here? Is that going to end up matching? No, it's not. But I think it will be fine. I could do the sunburst, but you won't see it with the yellow. I could do the cayenne. That's what we've been using, though. I want to use something else. So I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to use the purple. And I'm going to stickle around the edges. And I don't... Oops, I ran off the road here. I don't want to make a huge... I'm not trying to use the whole bottle on this one. I'm just trying to give it just a little bit of a border. And you see it skips a little bit because I'm trying not to do too big of a bead. But I kind of like that. It almost looks like dashes. So I'm going to leave it. Leave those little gaps. There, I used purple Stickles, y'all. All right, here you go. What do you think of this one? Can you see the glitter? And then this is where I will use the tape to tip it in when I go to put it in the journal. So that looks bare right now, but it won't after a while. And what else? That has Stickles on it. I have the blue with the gold, the blue with the purple, the bluish green with the yellow. I haven't done one of these yet. So let me do one of these with, do I have another gold? Nope. I have, let's just use white. Because we have it, and I think we're almost out of time. We are. So let's, do we want to center this one? I have 2 horizontals and 2 verticals. So this one's kind of a either way. And this one will work either way. That's where I kind of went off the rails there. Let's see, before we glue it down, let's see what we're going to put on here first. Almost tempted to use this kind of lighter yellow. No. Nah. Let's see what stickers we have in here. I have Hello Harvest. I have all kinds of oh, there's words in here. These are really, really tiny. I should have gotten out my wax seals and my whatever from the clusters that I was doing. This says Love for Fall. That's kind of cute. And it would sort of match. More pumpkins, give thanks. That one's not bad. I don't want letters. I could do Falling Leaves, Harvest of Fun. Don't really like the round ones all that much, although that one would be really pretty. Got some leaves and a bee. Hello Harvest. Pumpkin patch time. Enjoy this autumn weather. Happy fall, y'all. I like that. Thanks and giving. Fall foliage. So if I use, I could do this bluish green on here. That would match. Okay. So let's put this one down, and then I can do this would look really good up here with one of these words. Like that. And then we would just tip it in on this side. If we tipped it in. So let me glue this one down. So now we didn't get as many as I wanted to get made, but it gave me a chance to get a few done. I think this is our fifth or sixth one. And let's see if we can do this semi-straight. I have lines, you would think. I mean, I have lines to go by on both pieces of paper, so you would think that I could get it straight, but you know how that goes. So anyway, so if you have ideas about, I'm going to use this grid because I'm going to use the one that says fall foliage or time for fall or change the leaves or whatever. I've got grid on grid on grid, but that's okay. My journal, my rules. So how are you using your stickles? Are you playing along with this challenge? This is not my challenge. It's Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. It's her challenge. But, see, and here's what I could do. I could do it this way and then just use this same washi to tip it in and you'd never know, or clear tape and you'd never know. Let's see if we find, okay, I want to do, this one says rake, pile, jump, patch, autumn leaves, it's sweater weather. We already used the sweater. The sweater would have gone perfect on here. Let's see if we can, I mean, we can do some foliage. I also could do Happy Autumn. Oh, I could do this door. This is kind of, this would tie into the green. But I was going to use some of the words, wasn't I? Let's see. I think I want to, this little thing has stickles on it. Okay, that would match. It has that little dot of stickles on it, so I was trying not to, but I was wondering if this teal would look better. Yeah, sure. Let's live a little. Let's live a little. Although we're going to put the teal door on it, so let's don't live a little. These are the smaller Poscas. They're not the smallest Posca, but they're the 3M. Most of what I have are the 5M, but I think these three colors are the only ones that I have are the smaller ones. Okay, so I wanted to use these words about change leaves, time for fall, rake, Rake, pile, jump. Oh, okay. Rake, pile, jump. Change leaves, maybe. That kind of, oh. Huh. Well, that kind of wasn't what I was planning. This autumn skies and pumpkin pies would have been a whole lot easier to use. But I was thinking I would do this because I have leaves and stuff on here, and then use some of these leaves wherever they want. Oh, here's a blue leaf. And then I think I can find a burgundy one. So let's see if we want to. I'm thinking I don't want to use. Let's see. I think I want to use this one down here. Rake, pile, jump. Let's not use that right in the center of the writing spot. Rake, pile, jump. And then let's put this one down here. Or up here. Like that. Rake, pile, jump. That is not sticky anymore. Okay. And then I want a leaf, like a burgundy leaf. Okay, the sticky is peeling off of the sticker. But I want to do this like this. So we're going to have to glue on our sticker. Like so. Let me see if I can get that down a little bit. I think I remember when I used these stickers the last time, some of them weren't sticky on the back. I've had these stickers forever. And they came from, was that Tuesday morning before they closed? So there's no telling how old they were. I probably should have done that in reverse order, but I did not, you know, because that would have brought out the gold in that washi. And then I could do leaves, change. Like that. Okay, that'll work. That's good enough. And then, now where am I going to stickle? Well, I have, where's my stickle swatch? This is why I swatched the stickles. So that, okay, I think the Beach Cruiser is greener, but it matches that leaf better if I were to stickle that whole leaf. Or I could use the Cayenne or the Sunbird. No, I could use a clear one and stickle both leaves. Let's do that. Let's try that. So which one of the clear? The crystal is crystal clear. I don't want the frosted lace because it's a true white. The clear number 2 might give me what I'm looking for. Or the clear number 1. Let's see. Do I remember what clear number 1 was? That's clear number 2. And this was clear number 1. So let's see what happens when we stickle these leaves. Because you don't have to do them in... You can spread them out a little bit. And just get some glitter on the leaves. Like that. Instead of doing them where they're 3-dimensional. So all we're doing is adding some glitter to these leaves. Okay, this is going to look better on the gold leaf than the blue leaf. I can tell you that. I think that looks pretty cool. This one I think would have looked better. Yeah, clear number 1 would have probably looked better on this one. But it's... Well, it's never too late. You can always mix them. But it had a little more blue in it, I think, than the other one. But anyway, we're going to have some glittery leaves regardless. And there's our glittery leaves. Oops, I'm still not holding them to where you can see them. Can you see the glitter? So that's got to have time to dry. And I think it is time to go. I think it's past time to go, and I've got to edit these videos. Let me see if I can show you what all we did. I know that I I got to make sure I don't stick my finger. See, we did the little window dormers on that one. And this one, we did the edging in that cayenne. And this one, we did the Nuvo drops. I'm trying to figure out which part of all these I can touch. And then this one, we did the little drops on the sweater. Now that's looking more Christmas-like because that gold is looking green on that sticker. But we can't do anything about it now. And then this one, I did the purple around the edge. And so anyway, that was 5 of them. That's not too bad. And anyway, maybe the next batch I'll actually do more ribbon and stuff like that, because I really like to do that. But this gives me a start, and it kind of gets me used to using the Stickles, and it gives you, out of all of them, this is my favorite because I was able to just accentuate something. And then the sweater, I don't like the gold in the new. It was a very, I might, when that dries, I might come back with the gold Stickles and actually change that one, because that's drying a little more green than it is gold. Could be the sticker. But anyway, I think that one's my favorite with the little window dormers. And then I like the little glitter on the leaves. So if all you can get is clear, then you can stickle over whatever you want. Okay? Anyway, you don't have to have all the colors, but I wanted some of them. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you do, give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you're using your Stickles, or if you have any good ideas, or put them on my Facebook page. If you're not on my Facebook page yet, or in my Facebook group, it's in the description. The link is in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye.